contested that because of a previous conviction he cannot run.
Yes,
You've
but
said
this is totally unlawful not to make him registrate.
Your position still stands that if the electoral committee changes its mind and Navalny is allowed to run, you will immediately back down.
Of course, I confirm it because I think that Navalny has much more political weight than I do right now. I really respect his work. I think he's a hero in many ways. So if this opportunity for him will be open, of course, I think we should all unite about one leader, and he is a good figure for this.
But if you respect his opinion so much, why do you think he is not prepared to help you gather the signatures you need? But if he's not be registered, I don't think it's a good option to stay at home, you know? Right, well, see, Mr. Navalny disagrees. He said he will not help you gather the signatures you need to register as a candidate, and he said it would actually be better to boycott this charade of an election than have you as the chief opposition candidate.
I haven't heard Navalny saying this, so I don't know where you took this. But anyway, I don't think, and I don't think it's a good idea to have a boycott, because sitting at home, no country has ever changed.
It's interesting that Dmitry Peskov, the chief spokesman for Mr. Putin, actually welcomed, as soon as you declared that you were going to be a candidate, he welcomed it and said you seemed eminently qualified.
Of course, this is what they're doing every day. They're trying to hug me to death. They're trying to say to people that, you know, she's Kremlin's candidate and things like this. This is their dirty game. They play this dirty game, and if you know what they did yesterday, I will tell you what they did yesterday. Boris Titov, who was part of presidential administration, goes to this elections as a candidate saying that he goes against Putin. But it's laughable. He goes against me. He's my spoiler. So this is a dirty game they play. From one side, they say, we want her to be part of us. I don't want to be part of them. They're trying to hug me so tight in their arms. From other part, they send a spoiler to my campaign, a person who worked in administration of president, and now he's against him. This is laughable.
All right.
This is what they do.
Let's test this proposition that you truly, truly are an opponent committed to bringing Putin down. Navalny, talking about you, said, the difference is Putin hasn't helped my family, clearly pointing to the fact that Putin was the protege of your own father. You knew him throughout your life as a friend of the family.
I'm sorry to disappoint you or to disappoint Navalny, but it's better to say that Putin was a protege of my father. My father was a mayor of
your
St.
father was
Petersburg.
his mentor when Putin was a junior
but Navalny says no one helped my father whatsoever. It's my father who helped Putin to work with him. So, and Putin was one of the people he worked with. But I was 10 years old at this time.
If you would answer me this direct question, why have you always avoided saying that Putin himself is deeply corrupt? As Navalny puts it, the father of Russian corruption. You have never attacked Putin personally. Indeed, when Boris Nemtsov was assassinated, and many critics of Putin said that Putin was behind it, you said, absolutely not. That is not what Vladimir Putin would do. Why do you defend him in this way?
I'm not defending him. I'm just telling the truth, even if it's political, not unsuitable. I really think that Putin didn't say anyone to kill Nemtsov. I know that it's beyond what he would decide. Nemtsov was not an enemy.
How do you know that?
I'm just totally sure about the principles on which, they stand. He would never say it like this.
But you began by telling me at the beginning of this interview, you told me that you've had raids, that you've been intimidated, that you have to be very brave to be a politician in Russia today.
But to kill someone with Chechens near the Kremlin is something in my mind to do vice versa, against not only opposition, but also against Putin, because, this situation would be a really harsh situation for Putin himself. Look, opposition is killed on the streets right near Kremlin. And Nemtsov, I respect him very much and consider him to be my friend, but he was not a political figure with a lot of weight at that moment. And this is also true. So there was no sense of killing him because he was not threat to Putin.